Hello all, my name is Hitesh Tamani and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today I'm back with another interesting and logical data science problem. In this problem, we have to calculate minimum number of platforms required to accommodate the entire train traffic. I have provided the data set used in this problem in the description below so that like you guys can practice it by your own. Please make sure you watch the video till end to learn something new. And please subscribe to my channel if not already done yet, as I will be coming up with a lot more useful content. So as we can see, we are having two tables. The very first table is like train arrivals, and the second table is like train departures, right? So as we can see, we are having like train ID and arrival time in train arrivals table. Similarly, we are having train ID and departure time in the train departure table, right? And so basically, like for a particular day, the entire schedule of the train arrival and train departure had been listed in like these two tables, right? Now we had been asked to calculate minimum number of platforms required to like basically accommodate the entire traffic, right? So yeah, so like without wasting any time, let's get deep dive into the like solution of this particular problem, right? So can I say this thing like basically both of these tables are interrelated to each other, right? Because let's say if we have to calculate like minimum number of platforms required, so we have to basically integrate like train arrival and train departure together, right? So for that, can I say this thing? We have to combine these two tables with each other, right? For that, what I'm doing over here is I'm basically take select star from train arrivals, right? Similarly, what I will do, I will basically take union all, right? So I will do union all. Similarly, train departure with we will like basically with train departures we will do union all of train arrivals, right? Now, can I say this thing? Let me just run this query and we'll show you how our output will look like. Yep. So now, can I say this thing basically? Like train arrival is an event, right? Similarly, train departure is also an event, right? So basically, for this particular event, can I say this thing? If we will create a flag to denote this event, and like basically for train departure as well, if we will create a flag, that will help to solve our problem, right? Let me just show you how and like basically what we will be going to do and how that will help us to solve the problem. So like since we need just arrival time over here, so instead of star I'm using just arrival time. So just give me a second. Yeah, so yeah, so for that I'm using train arrival time, right? Similarly, for event, right? So basically, since there is no event type or nothing is provided in this particular table, so from ourselves, we can basically take one as a event type or one as a flag over here, right? So for that, I'm taking one as a event type, right? Similarly, for this, I can give alias as event time, right? Similarly, for train departure, let me just take from. Yep. So similarly for train departure, I will take arrival time, right? And event type. So basically over here, train is coming to a platform, right? So that's why I'm taking one as a event type, right? Similarly, like for train departures, train is going from the platform. So I will take minus one as a event type, right? Now, over here, it should be departure time, right? Now, let me just run this and we'll show you what will be our output. Yeah. So as we can see, we are having event time and we are having event type, right? So wherever it's departure, we are having minus one, and wherever it's arrival, it's plus one, right? Now let's take an example and let me just explain you like how we can solve this particular problem, right? So as I've mentioned, so let's say we are having trains over here, right? Train one is arriving at 8 8 a.m. Similarly, it's getting departed at 8:15, right? train 2 is arriving at 8:05 and it's getting departed at 8:10, right? Similarly, train 3 is arriving at 8:05. It gets departed at 8:20, right? So what we did over here is for arrival and departure, we have basically provided the event type, which is like +1 for arrival and -1 for the departure, right? Now, can I say this thing? If I will basically calculate arrival and departure simultaneously, we will be able to calculate number of platforms required, right? Because let's say if a particular train is arriving on a platform, right? But till that time, a second train is also there on the platform, right? I mean, like basically there could be a clash between the timing of those two trains, right? And basically, let's say after 5 minutes, the other train will get departed, right? But for that too, we need one platform, right? So, can I say this thing? If I will calculate the running total, right, for these arrival and departing events, I will be able to calculate like minimum number of platforms required, right? So for similarly over here, what I'm doing for each and every train, we are basically calculating running total, right? So as we can see, basically we are having three arrival is a positive event, right? So we are having 1, 2, and 3 over here. Similarly, departure is like negative event. So basically we are getting 2, 1, and 0, right? Now, if I take maximum from this, I will be able to get like minimum number of platforms required, right? So for that, what I will be going to do over here is I will calculate like running total or cumulative sum over here, right? So let me just quickly give this as a CT. So with events as, right, and this will be my CTE, right? Similarly, let me just take this as a running total over here. So I will take event time from the above table, right? And uh, like I hope like you guys might be aware about that, like how to calculate running total or like cumulative sum, right? So we are having a Windows function over here in which like we can use sum, and sum we can use along with like over, right? Which is a Windows function, right? So like it's a like great combination of sum and over, using which we will be able to calculate cumulative sum or like running total, right? So I will do sum of what? Sum of event type, right? Sum of event type, right? Over, I will basically do order of event time, right? So over order by event time, right? As I can give this as occupancy, right? From this CTE, right? Now, can I let me just quickly run this and we'll show you how our output will look like. So yeah, so as we can see over here, with respect to each and every time, we are having occupancy is getting listed over here, right? So similarly, in this particular case, what we did, once we calculated like running total, we basically have to check like what is the maximum number of platforms that are required, right? So over here, can I say this thing like from this occupancy column, even we also have to calculate the maximum number of occupancy, right? So for that, what I will do, I will basically create this as another CTE, right? Which I can give as platform occupancy, right? As, and I will basically select maximum from the above table, right? So basically, so like over here, what I'm doing, I am basically selecting the maximum number of occupancy over here, right? From what? From platform occupancy, right? And this I will give as minimum platforms, right? Let me just run this query and we'll show you how our output will look like. I mean, like from this particular table, we will be able to see the minimum number of platforms that are required are like 4, because 4 is the maximum occupancy of trains over here, right? So at a time, like we need four like platforms minimum, right? So let me just run this and we'll show you. Yeah. So as we can see, minimum number of platforms required are four, right? So yeah, that's all from my side. I hope you got to learn something new from this particular problem statement. I mean, like these kind of like logical problem statements are really very good, and basically these are the real ones which we got to you like basically deal with in the like organization, right? So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you one and all. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.